And I'm back with more Ace Attorney Justice for All. We're smack dab in the middle of Acro's testimony. Let's finish this up. I can't believe it! Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is! I didn't think it was the most straightforward of us! Jeebus! Am I that hated? Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. Hey, he did? I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal, you gonna ignore me? Detective Gumshoe. Nah, forget it, I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyway. No, I'm sorry. Why don't you relax a little? Got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick? Oh, well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence. There you go. This is... Yep. I have to include it in forensic results. Take a look later. Will Miss Von Karma be mad? That's why this is all a secret, pal. Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or nothing. But everything that's happened up until now has gone according to plan. Oh no, she didn't seem in control with the way things are now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set in motion. That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecution. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. Now that's for me too, pal. What do you mean by that? I'm not sure. It's very cryptic. Oh, one more thing. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. Well, for me? It's milk. Reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where we left off. I would like to continue Acro's testimony, starting with the relationship to the victim. I would also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit the crime. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. We got to get to the motive. Are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want an answer to. Okay. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. So when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in, I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay him. That was my sole purpose in life. You are such a thoughtful young man. As you've heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such high esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would he? This might be my last chance. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Says who's talking. I think I messed up. Damn it. Well, then let me get out of it. Fucking hell. Well, that's annoying. Okay, I'll just get right through it. Okay. Apparently, what I had to do was not cross-examine him. That's great. Well, that would be nice if you just let me out of the trap, game. So there we go. You can get out of the trap next time. So don't do what I just did. Fair enough. But I'm not redoing all that conjecture crap. So we got to do it this way. Sorry about that. God, what a waste of a couple minutes. Fucking hell. There's no need to cross-examine him. What's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that kind of testimony when I know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro wanted the ringmaster dead? Nick? I didn't even think about it. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. That's because Acro had no intention of killing him at all. Ah! You foolish attempts to fool us with these foolish fools is like foolish. You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, the ringmaster. If you want to jump to that end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? You didn't plan on killing him at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target. What did you say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention of killing Russell Berry that night. What? Order! I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud. Twice if you must. What in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to this court? Are you attempting to apply that he was trying to kill someone else? Regina. This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. You could easily answer it. And if I'm wrong, all he has to do is say he's wrong. That's it, huh? Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough, allow me to— OW! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside his tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat, Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying this was to call Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one problem. Acro did indeed place it in someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for— That's exactly what I mean. The person the note was intended for was Regina Berry. Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours, It's the truth. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it in the bulletin board. That's when her father... She saw the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And when he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony he gave us earlier? Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force in my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window. Acro had no idea who it was who arrived, because he couldn't look down at the window to see who actually it was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina! And that's when he let the bust fly. Nick? Isn't she listening to all of this? Yes, unfortunately it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope she can handle it. Acro wrote the note to Regina? Foolishly foolish Ugh, she's doing it again! You would make me sound like a foolhardy fool! Very well, if you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. What about it? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, this note was declaring Regina Barry as the murderer. You don't get it, do you? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that's alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I'm more than ready to show the court what actually happened. Moron! Are you sure this relates to the present case? It does indeed. Everything in this case is the start of what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us. What is this conclusive evidence? I know, I'd like to certainly know what it is. If I can't answer this question, he's gonna think I'm bluffing. What kind of spicy joke is this? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away. He was doing so because this piece of evidence was inside. An unbelievable conclusion. Very well, what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. If you're so sure, then answer me this. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim? Who's this? This is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. She did that to him. Do you spend every moment of your life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution looked into his brother. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. Regina. Miss Regina Barry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand that command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It just isn't in her. So what happened? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. Now what do we do? No one seems to go along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? The lion biting bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but he is responsible for making the lion bite his brother. That's just a scarf. The scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who's the one who gave that scarf? Regina. Regina gave it to him. There's something more than this blood on this scarf. What might that be? Pepper. Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it in as much pepper as she could. What's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal, but out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf as a present. Where's the crime in that? Still seems he doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? The lion was smiling right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and looked like it was smiling. Lions smile. I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lions sneeze. Lion wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he was actually trying to do was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me! What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object. For objection's sake! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you believe it? You really intend to say this is how a joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and then Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to an accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why I tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot! It almost does sound like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that it was true? Acro! You don't mean... You can't mean... Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately your imagination is not enough to find me guilty. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going. It's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact there's an even bigger problem. What would that be? The same problem it's always been, evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? You mean conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or lack thereof, to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust the defense used. If it were to be found in Acro's room, it would have been covered in the victim's blood. That would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. It would be. The bust. You gotta do something! This is the last step. If I can get it, the case is won. Might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but why aren't you gonna search it? It looks like you figured things out, didn't you? Now that you know the true meaning of Von Karma, total justice. guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched his room yesterday. There's no reason to even say. If we found what you were thinking of, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust isn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe searched by complete surprise. We took Acro completely, directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. So wait a minute, something's funny. Looks like you lack the final nail to put me in my coffin. Don't say coffin, please. What about the scarf and note? What about them? No offense, but that's the only evidence is relevant here is the bust. So which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. Don't let it slip away. Where is it? Where is it right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where it is. I'm sure you do. How am I supposed to find out? It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-argument seems to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to this cross-examination. Ah! Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its... case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I bit my tongue. You need time to... Ow! Why, you must have surprised. She's your aide, isn't she? You really have a case to present? Are you asking me? You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life until now. It's time for us to walk our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he's going to be finding one anytime soon. Walking a tightrope. Sink or swim. Well, I'll save just to make sure I don't have to do this all over again. There we go. The murder weapon. Where is its bust now? It's obvious. It's inside this very courtroom. Where? Allow me to pinpoint the location. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take that blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you. Well, you're a big guy. You've a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me it'd be really easy to hide a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts. I think it's pretty amazing you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that it's under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she'd found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been over. Which is why you had to hide it in the only place you could think to. Under your wheelchair. Which is why I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? Look, I know everybody doesn't like... I like Francisco. You need some levity every once in a while. You got me. I've been backed by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch that surprise search in my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away. Regina always took my trash out every morning. But the bust, I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try to hide it. And the only place I could hide it was under my wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of the courtroom hiding the murder weapon? There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe she thought that far ahead. Uh-huh, you definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know if I sure couldn't. I can't believe it! I made a mistake! Why did I order a surprise search? If only I hadn't done that. Seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Did you kill the ringmaster of Very Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro? All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. One day, my brother sprinkled pepper on her. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help but find yourself laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in some way. And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a little. But I just couldn't forgive her no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? Never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. She believes that so purely. And she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it. No matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So you're saying you're a victim in all this as well? No. That's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's what I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. I pondered giving myself up. But I just couldn't stand up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. I'm sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. An idiot! I can't believe it! You beat me again! I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty! This court is adjourned. Ah, fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about all this. Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat? Not a single one of them was bad. Inside, right? That's a good question. And I don't know the answer myself. Ha! Many congrats, but only the Max. 1,000,000 of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? I'm just thinking about Acro. No. If you're gonna worry too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Oh no. Oh, God. She's been like this for a while now. Sweetie Pie. Pat and Acro, they're never coming back, are they? Now everyone's gonna split up. Mr. Wright, tell me.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave.
Does that mean that Acro is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
He's not gonna do that.
You're really sure? I can believe that?
He doesn't have any more desire for revenge.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. I want to know you're just not making that stuff up.
Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
That's right. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. Now Acro has been caught. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, then he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry. Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we? I'm sorry for that. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do. I might even leave tomorrow.
What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. The ringmaster really was an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's sticking together. The staff, the performers, nobody wants to leave. So I've made a decision.
What is that?
I've decided I'll take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn that circus into the best circus you'd ever seen.
The best circus you've ever seen?
Don't laugh at me.
It's quite a goal. Yeah, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus in the world ever needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician this world's ever seen.
Max,
let's work together and make this circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say.
All I can really say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know, maybe the circus would be better without me.
What are you talking about? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We gotta work together to make the Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been.
Mo. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick. Seems like everything's gonna turn out all right. Can't wait to see what happens to the best circus in the world, huh? We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats.
Stop. I can't laugh that much.
I see what made the case. Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir.
But you had it all figured out, didn't you?
It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Of course. Well, Detective, my plane's about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back.
Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, damn. And we've got our cliffhanger for the last case. Oh, God. Yeah. Farewell, my turnabout, which will we begin tomorrow. Yay. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.